Okay, boom, recording, perfect. Thank you guys all for joining me. Obviously, it is Sunday morning, I'm pretty sure, hopefully. I'm stoked because this time we get to talk about hostess coaching. And hostess coaching is one of those things, you guys, that I genuinely believe is the heartbeat of your business. It's also one of the things that I think a lot of people feel like, and myself included, sometimes is I don't see the value in it all the time, and I don't see the money when I'm hostess coaching. And I'm going to tell you about an experiment that I did, and I've had some of the other leaders on the team do it when they're like, oh, it's such a pain in the ass, and it takes so much time. And I'm like, well, number one, no, it doesn't. But number two, break down, time yourself, figure out how long it actually takes you to hostess coach from start to finish one party. And then what I want you to do is I want you to hostess coach like your ass off for 4 parties. And then I want you to not hostess coach 4 parties. And I mean, you can send her a message 2 or 3 times to make sure that her party is on. You can still make her Facebook event, but don't do anything above and beyond the super basic stuff. And then take your party averages from the 4 parties you coached and the 4 parties you didn't. The average increase across the board, my increase was actually higher. My increase was about $350 per party in retail. The other girls, oh no, sorry, it was higher than that. It was $450. Their retail average was about $300 higher than that, which at a 40% buying discount meant that they were making around, I think we calculated it was $150 more money in their pocket, the parties that they hostess coached. When I asked them how long it took, spread out over the 3 or 4 weeks before their party, it's about 2 hours for the gals that are a little bit slower at it. But if it's $150 extra divided by 2 hours, you guys, that's $75 an hour you're getting paid when you're hostess coaching. Right? Like, you're making money when you do it. Just because you don't see it while you're doing it doesn't mean that hostess coach isn't paying you, because it's paying you big bucks. So I wanted to run over, obviously, kind of what we train on, but then also maybe some of the things that I do a little bit differently. Also, some of the shortcuts that you can do to make your hostess coaching faster. A lot of these, I feel like sometimes people just think that I talk out of my ass because I'm so airy, fairy, and floaty. But if I share something with you, you guys, it's because I either do it, I believe in it, or when I don't do it, I'm a shit show. So I feel like it might be a small tip, but that small tip, if that saves you 15 minutes per party, that's a big deal, right? So so with hostess coaching, obviously, first thing is the party tracker. Oh God, it's too sunny. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of run down your coaching to-do list and kind of what each task is. Here's the thing. Here's my philosophy on it. We give you a coaching to-do list. We give you a coaching script, and then we tell you to put your coaching in a planner. Okay? Here's the deal. This is what you need to do. This is how you do each of those things, and your planner is when you get that shit done. That's why there's all 3. That's why we don't just have a list, because I could stare at a list all day long, but it's not telling me in the moment when I'm running around doing whatever, God knows what, that I actually need to get it done, right? So that's why we have the 3 kind of tools that are combined. If you do not have these, reach out to me and I will get them to you, because they are in the new consultant training. They are in the Dropbox, but I know that not everybody has the new one yet. So if you guys want these and don't have them, just let me know. So I do think that putting it in your planner is really important. That's why it's on the to-do list, to put it in your planner. Obviously, get them into Pure Sale, get them into the COO. I'm not going to kind of go into that. Putting it on your calendar, you guys, here's the thing. This can look however you want it to look. You do not have to do it my way. What's important to me is that you've got the 3 tools. You've got some sort of a list to keep track of what you're supposed to be doing. You've got some sort of a script so that you know what those things are, and you've got some sort of a reminder that's telling you when to do it. So if you're a phone person, if you're an app person, what you could do is take all of these steps and put them into a task app. like Wunderlist, or like even a sticky note on your computer desktop or something. Like, you didn't even have to have these for every single person if you don't want to. That's just how my brain works. So you can take this list and adapt it if you want to however works for you, right? I like these because they're portable and I can take them with me. For putting them in your planner, if you're a phone girl, set reminders or events in your phone calendar, or set alarms. Like, doesn't matter to me. If that's what works for you, do it. What works for me is putting it into a planner. I had to get a different one because of new consultant training, and I'm not really sure how I feel about this one. I actually got a teacher's calendar. So it goes all the way across, which is kind of cool, just Monday through Friday, because that's all I need this for. This is literally, I do a lot of parties. So this is literally just for my new consultant training and for my hostess coaching. So they just go in, oh, stupid light, they just go in there like that. Before that, and I will probably go back and forth because that's what I do, I had this, which makes everybody's hearts explode. Because I just wrote in there in tiny little letters, you know, so-and-so 2 week, like Anna. And I would even do initials so that it was smaller, AK 2 week, AK 3 week, right? It's telling me what to do. And then the script, you guys are free to change the script up. I would make it sound like you on purpose, right? What you don't want to change about these things is the core concepts. And what you don't want to change is the important things that you're talking to them about. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk a little bit about the script. Basically, you're trying to be in touch with her at least once a week. That's the goal of hostess coaching. But when you're in touch with her, you want to be in touch with her about things that matter, right? So what actually matters? She needs to invite people, right? And then she needs to over invite people. So you need to be telling her exactly how many people she needs to be inviting and how she can do that, right? So she might not know. So you need to share with her the rationale between, if you invite 100 people, 50 people will see it. 10 people or 15 people might say yes, which means 7 people will show up. Like, you need to walk her through that. That is your job, is to make sure that she understands why she's inviting 100 people, right? Then you need to show her and tell her to invite her friends. If she's not telling her friends to invite friends, they are not doing it automatically. So you have to emphasize, tell your friends to invite people. And then again, you have to tell her why. So say one of your hostess coaching messages, right, talks about, tell your friends to bring friends. You could add in something like, if you are worried that you're only going to have 4 women at your party, if 2 of those women bring 2 friends, you have 10 people at your party. So really talk up having them invite your friends, because that's half of your party and you didn't even have to do anything, right? And she's like, ah, you're so smart, right? Like, so you're telling her why she has to do it. So over inviting is a huge one. Telling them to invite their friends. Another step is asking that they please engage in your group, right? Or in your event. Asking that they participate. Making it really clear, you're giving her the tools, but this is her party, right? Ask her to post. Ask her to comment. Ask her to drop little Giphy things in there. Like, ask her to engage. Another one that's really important, that's part of the script, another one of the kind of steps, or another one of the weekly things that you're asking her to do, is asking her to have a method of sharing or talking about the party outside of Facebook. That's why we do the save the date picture text, because it's outside of Facebook. She needs to get outside of Facebook. Facebook is a giant, big black hole of time suck bullshit. Like, so if they are just seeing it on Facebook, number one, I don't know about you, but when I get a mass invite from someone that I kind of know, but I don't really know, I don't feel like I'm actually invited. Number two, if it's one of my really good friends and I get a Facebook event, I'm like, really? You couldn't fucking just call me? I'm like your best friend. So then I don't go anyway. Like, I'm one of those people, unless I'm getting a personal invite, I'm not showing up. Would you guys want me at your party? Probably. Because when you actually get me to a party, I can't even help it. I spend money all day. But that's part of why I want a personal invite. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to go to that party, I know that I'm going to get suckered into spending cash, which means it better be for someone that put in a little bit of effort. Like, so that's just kind of something to kind of think about. That is also why I don't want you to freak out. If your hostess seems really engaged with you, even if she's not messaging you back, this happens to consultants a lot. I don't care if I don't hear from my hostesses. I don't care. As long as their Facebook event has people on it, I don't care. Because if they have like 12 or 15 people going with 0 posts in the event and her not responding and only 30 people invited, I know for a fact she is doing a ton of shit outside of Facebook. Because there is no way, with the way that the algorithms are, that either that or they're a group of women that all get together all the time anyway, which means that they're solid. Right? Like they do it all the time. They're used to it. This is how they roll. I'm not going to mess with that. Right? I would rather have a hostess that just read what I told her to do and then she goes off and does it in the background than a hostess that's going, you got it, Lucy, I'm on it. And yet nothing changes on her Facebook event. Nothing happens. No new people are coming. Only 5 gals are attending, but she's spewing everything that I want to hear at me. You guys, those aren't your great parties. Your great parties are the ones that are doing this work behind the scenes, because you're not going to see the save the date text. You're not going to see her private message to her friends. You're not going to see her inviting the girl from Dutch Brothers, because that happens to me a lot. I walk into my parties and she's like, I handed out your invite to the girl at like Dutch Brothers, and she seemed really weirded out, but kind of excited. So I don't know if she'll come, but she might, right? And she's all proud of herself and excited. Well, I didn't know that was happening, right? So keep that in mind when it comes to engagement with your hostess coaching. If you know kind of what to look for, that can be a really good indicator of kind of what they're doing. But you obviously do want them to engage on that Facebook post. So over inviting, having that method outside of Facebook, that's also why I do still give them paper invitations no matter what. They cost money. I get that. That's why I also put the labels on them. If making labels is a pain in the ass for you and it's faster for you to just handwrite 10 labels, handwrite 10 labels, whatever. Like you don't have to do a label. It's just that for me, printing out a sheet of labels literally takes 35 seconds. So for me, that's faster than handwriting them. I know for some gals, if they have printer issues, if they have computer issues, if you're not super tech savvy, you're like, Lucy, the computer shit takes me 30 minutes. If I handwrite them, it takes me 5. Then handwrite them. Right? You can do 10, you can do 20, it's totally up to you. So I do that, but I never give them invitations without their information on it, because you guys, what are the chances she's actually going to mail them? Right? Like she's not mailing them, and that's okay. So I'm going to make it really easy for her to just grab that stack, and I'm going to tell her that. I actually put a sticky note on top that says, hey, grab this stack and take it to work, keep them in your car, take them with you so that you can hand them out to people. That's all. She literally takes the stack and passes them out. Since I started doing that, I don't get a ton of invitations back. Also, you can ask her, especially if you're doing the labels, because you can just label right over the top of her label. When you're there for her party, ask if she has any left over. And usually they go, oh yeah, I do. And then you get them back anyway. So then you can reuse them. Clara, go ahead, babe.
How many do you usually send in a hostess packet?
So I do 20.
Okay.
Because I figure that if I do 20, they're probably handing out 15.
Yeah.
I feel like if you hand out 10, they're maybe handing out 5. You know, so that's kind of why I do 20. You guys, I was talking to another leader the other day. She's like, I give them 50. I was like, shut up right now. She goes, but if they see 50, she goes, again, they're always trying to even just if somebody's trying to half-ass stuff, she hands out 25. I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Like, so I would say at this point, I would just do as many as you can kind of afford to do based on how many parties you're doing, but I would do at least 10. Also, you guys, printing invitations is more expensive than buying them through Pure Romance. It is one of the few things that through the COO is dirt cheap. I think they're $3 or $3.50 for 50. So I feel like because I'm not mailing them, I'm not spending money on the labels. Basically like 2 packets of those, right, gets me 5 hostesses. It costs me $7, which is literally like $1. No, it's less than that. 5 divided by 7. There we go. It costs me 71 cents per party to give her 20 invites. Okay, so order them through the COO when you can, because like I said, it's so much. Printing them with the ink on those guys is expensive. So print those, order those guys up. But that's kind of getting them outside of Facebook, right? Asking that they engage in posts. We talked about that, inviting friends. So then the last kind of thing that's really important that you want to make sure that you're getting across to her, again, it's in the coaching, but it's important that she's hearing, that is getting outside orders. So I get questions a lot about how I do outside orders. I know that there's women posting, and I'll talk a little bit about Facebook too, about online parties. But I know that for a lot of people, they like to use their personal website, and then they're like, well, why does it say this? Why does this say that? So I'm going to kind of break down the different ways that you guys can get orders, why I do it the way that I do it, and why you might want to do it different. So when it comes to outside orders, my outside orders were horrible when I used the party link and when I used a link to my website. I didn't get any. Like, very rarely would I get one. And then most of the time it was somebody that had shopped with me before that kind of knew the products. When I started just clearly telling my hostess, hey, when you talk to somebody that can't come and they say they want to order, all I need you to do is do a group message with them and me on Facebook. What you do is you type in their name in the send bar, and then you type in my name in the send bar, and it sends it to both of us. It's like a miracle. And they're like, oh, I didn't know how to do that. And then from there, I'm like, just introduce us. Just let me know. Say, hey, Lucy, this is Shauna. She's interested in possibly ordering from the party. Can you get her set up? And I say, yes, I sure can. Anna, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You're the best. Heart. And then I shoot a little message to the gal. I send her a friend request, number 1, which is a bonus because I'm adding her to my network. Number 2, right, I have an opportunity to talk to her. Now, here's the thing. You guys can just share your websites if you want to. You can do the party link that's available through the COO so that it links to your hostess's party. But then you have random women that might be shopping from your party that you don't know anything about. You don't know what she's interested in. You don't know what she's shopping for. Hi, handsome. You don't know what you don't even know that she's looking, right? Like, you don't even know that she's interested. That means you can't check in with her. You can't follow up with her. If she doesn't know that she can reach out to you, you can't answer her questions. And to me, because I'm a control freak, you can't upsell her. That's why I order them. So when we do the message, I send them a separate message, usually once they've accepted my friend request. And I say, hey, Shauna, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get your party. This might seem a little unconventional, but I like to make sure that I'm available to help. So I'm going to send you the catalog link. And the generic catalog link is the http://flipbook.pureromance.com. Here's the catalog link. I want you to send me a list of everything that you're interested in. I'm going to take your order directly to make sure that our hostess gets credit, because sometimes online gets glitchy. And I can answer any questions that you have. So take a look and shoot me your list. I might also be able to hook you up with a deal or 2 based on what you pick. Winky face. So all of a sudden, I know that she's interested. I added her to my Facebook, so I added her to my network. I have her information. She has a way to look at the products. I have a way of finding out what she's interested in. And I can follow up with her. Because most of the time, you guys, she just sits in my inbox for 2 or 3 days. And I send her another message. Hey, Shauna, have you had a chance to take a look at the catalog yet? Do you have any questions for me? Right? If I don't hear from her, like 2, 3, 4 days before the party. Hey, babe, I'd love to get orders in for Shauna's party. Were you shopping? How can I help? Do you have a list for me? Thanks so much for hooking her up with extra, hostess bonuses. If she doesn't order before the party, guess who messages her after the party? Hey, so-and-so, so bummed that you couldn't actually make it to the party. I am holding orders open. So if you still have a chance to shop, I can still get her hooked up with a gift certificate. Or better yet, I know you're interested in the products. Would you be interested in hosting a party so that you could actually see them in person? This also helps Shauna. She needs one more party to get her $100 free item. I don't care if that's true or not. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Do you guys see how much more power I have taking outside orders, booking parties, right? And let's say a lot of the time, you guys, they do get back to you because they told the hostess that they were interested. So let's say she's like, I want tongue-tied. And I'm like, are you sure? Is it a budget thing, or does that just what appealed to you? And often it's so funny. They're like, no, it's what appealed to me. I'm like, you like the color, huh? And they're like, I love the color. And I'm like, okay, listen, let's talk about this, right? So if I can take her from, I could maybe tell her that I think it's Aura or Luna right now is on sale, right? Super similar to Love Struck. I can be like, look, for $80, you could get a glass rechargeable, waterproof, all of the things vibrator. Or for like $60, you can stick with the Love Struck. It's up to you. And they're like, I'll do the Aurora. That's a smoking deal. Thanks so much, right? Boom, there's 20 extra bucks. It all adds up, you guys. So that's why I do it. Now, here's the disadvantage, probably for a lot of you, especially if you don't carry inventory. The disadvantage is that you have to collect the order. You have to put it in Pure Sale. You have to order it, and then you have to ship it, right? So there's actually 2 ways for you to do that. I actually used to submit everybody's order with the party. And so I would tell her that. Even if she was ordering like 2 weeks before, I'm like, are you in a rush to order to get these items, or do you mind if I just place the order with the party order? They usually don't mind if you place it with the party order. Okay, so that's one way for you to do it. So then it's just one more person that you're shipping out with your regular party. So it's not really any extra work. Your other option, especially if you don't need the money right away, instead of sending them to your personal website, you go onto your personal website, you collect their credit card information, you go on your website basically as if you were them. You place their order, you put in their shipping information, you put in their credit card information, they get charged the full amount, you get your direct deposit that next week if your commissions are over 20 bucks. The warehouse still ships it. You don't have to worry about the inventory. The downside to that, and this is again kind of where it's half dozen here, or half dozen here, 12 here. When you order online, if your retail order is less than $40, you make 30%. If it is over $40, you make 40%. You guys, I'm at a 50% buying discount. So for me, taking an order online could mean a 20% commission hit. That's the other reason why I don't tend to do it. But if you, and I have the stock, but if you feel like, screw it, online is free money, then do it through your personal website. That's totally fine, right? Okay, so does that process kind of make sense? Okay, if you guys have questions about that, let me know. But that's why in the coaching documents, it talks about just create a group message with them and me. And then the more specific instruction you can give her on that, the better. I average, when I'm really good at about talking to my hostess about like, oh, so-and-so can't come, so-and-so can't come. And I see somebody in the event say, oh my gosh, I'm so bummed, I can't come. I send a message to my hostess and I say, hey, will you introduce me to Sam, ? I saw she can't come to the party. When I do that, you guys, I get 3 to 4 orders on average from every party outside of the party. That's fucking good. Like, that's really good. So That's important as part of your coaching. Now, here's the other thing, is that sometimes women are like, well, coaching is work. I want it to look like work. Because if it doesn't look like I put effort and work into her party, why is she going to put effort and work into her party? It's my job, not hers. Right? When it looks like you're putting in effort and you're hustling behind the scenes, she is so much less likely to cancel, and she is so much more likely to hustle for you, period, right? Because she feels like an asshole if she cancels, and that's the number one thing that people say to me is, oh my gosh, Lucy, you put in so much work, but I only have like 5 people coming. I'm like, girl, it's fine. It's going to be freaking awesome. I don't want to do all that work for nothing. This is going to be great. My party that I had yesterday, 4 guests, the hostess, $2,800. Like, okay, right? Like, small parties are not bad parties necessarily, right? Especially if you're coaching. So you also want to show them through your coaching that you appreciate them. That's why we do the thank you card. It's literally just a thank you for having a party. And then the hostess packet, right, which can either be the big fancy party prep packet. I don't know if you guys, oh shoot, I don't know if I have one. I may have given it away yesterday. So the kind of new way that we've done them, you guys, it's literally the hostess letter, which is the same. The hostess guest list, right, like that 40 guests in 4 minutes, or hostess bingo. It's the wish list, same as before, half sheet. The hostess reward, same as before. The big sheets are folded, the half sheets are slid inside, catalog is on the back, 2 order forms, paper clip, business card. There's your hostess packet. Doesn't have to be crazy, doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be my party prep packets, right? Like, it doesn't have to be super hardcore. However, I genuinely believe you have to mail it to them. If you give it to them at the party, it gets left behind. They're already on a party high. They just booked, they're already excited, right? It doesn't mean anything. If you mail it, I always mail it around that 3-week mark, because they get it around the 2.5-week mark. That's when they're bored. That's when it's like, oh, I've got like 2.5 weeks to go. Like, are we there yet? You want to get that energy back and that excitement back. That is why I mail it, because that shit is fun. Throw some freaking confetti in there, make it look silly. If you have foil packets, you can toss a foil packet in there if you want to. It makes it fun to get. It makes it pretty. Put it in a hot envelope. Somebody's rocking out. I know. Put it in a hot pink envelope. And it's fun, right? So use it to generate excitement. Posting in your face. So, okay. Does that kind of make sense? Like, what is important from the script? Yes? Okay. Because here's the deal, right? Like I said, I want you guys to be able to tweak this and adjust it however you need to. So those are the key points that are in here that are important. Let's see, what else have I got here on my list? Your Facebook posts. I post in my events once a week. Because I want to get critical information to the guests just in case the hostess isn't. So that's why in my posts, it's not just bullshit games. It's how to place your order if you can't come to the party, right? Shoot me a message. It's bring friends to the party. This is allowed, right? It's going to help our hostess get more guests and you get a gift. It's this is what pure romance is, because usually your hostess doesn't have the verbiage to share or doesn't know that we have 80% bath and body products, right? It is sharing no kids, no babies. It's about us ladies. It's about, maybe sharing something about the products. It's information that they need to have. It's not just fun and games. Okay, so that's something when you're doing your post to kind of keep in mind. So I want to show you guys a couple things. I wanted to kind of go over, like, that is kind of what we train on. Oh, so thank you card, right? The what type of hostess are you, or do you want a theme? Those are just generating excitement before you actually do the Facebook event. We talked about the save the date text. There's also a reminder text. Again, we're doing that to stay off of Facebook and make people actually feel invited. Yes, Janet, you can absolutely, we'll get you guys, if you don't have this stuff, send me a private message and I will send you these documents. The other message that's in here that I think a lot of consultants skip or don't do or don't see the value in is the 24, or they don't know what they are, is the 24-hour check-in and the 3-day check-in. How many of you have ever been ghosted by a hostess for like 3 weeks, and then the day before her party, she's like, I can't do it, click? Any of you? Any of you ever been ghosted like that? I have. I want, a yes. Okay. Because it sucks. Yeah, it sucks, and it happens. Here's what sucks the worst. You didn't book another party. Your family went and did something fun, and you stayed home because you had a party booked. You felt like shit because you weren't sure if it was on. You felt anxious because you're not sure whether or not you're supposed to show up at her house or not. Nothing is happening. You guys, I used to leave parties. This is when I was new, I just wanted everybody to have all of the parties and all of the things. I could literally have a hostess that had nobody invited on their event for 3 weeks, ghost me for 3 weeks, and the day of her party, I'd be like, I'll see you at 6. Like, because the idea of her potentially having something going on in the background was terrifying to me. Like, so that's where these messages come in. The 24-hour check, you're checking her Facebook event 24 hours after you've added her to it to check and see if people have been invited yet. If they have not been invited, you're saying, hey, babe, I noticed you still haven't sent your invites out. Totally cool. I get that you might be busy, but we need to get these invites out ASAP. I'm going to give you 3 days to get these sent out. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that something, that we can't do your date on that or your party on that day. Something like that, right? Like you're letting them know they have 3 days. The 3-day check, if she sent her invites out, you're going, hey, saw your invites were sent out. Super stoked. That's awesome. You're the best. Great start. Blah, 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 blah. Feel good, right? If they have not sent their invites out, you are canceling her. Okay? You are saying to her, hey, hun, I saw that your invites haven't been sent out yet. I'm going to assume that something came up. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the date on my planner. If you want to keep it, you need to let me know, and you need to get those invites out like now. Otherwise, I would love to party with you in the future. Okay, so you're basically giving them an out. You're being really friendly, really nice, because here's the thing. If she legit has something going on in her life where she can't do the party and she wants to and she feels bad, she will ghost you more often than not before saying anything. But when you send that message, it'll happen. If you guys do this consistently, and it happens sometimes, you'll get a message like, oh my God, thank you so much. I am so sorry. My grandma just passed, or my dog just passed, or something happened. And I didn't know what to say because I really want to party with you. And I felt so bad. But because you're saying it's all good, you're taking the pressure off. She can speak back to you. Some of them are just going to ghost you, in which case, bye, bye, Felicia. Like, they weren't a good party anyway. So somebody could only be on my books, because I like to set up the Facebook event 3 to 4 weeks ahead of time. She's only on my books for a week or two before I know whether she's solid. That means I still have 3 to 4 weeks to book somebody else, make other plans, not hate her, not get resentful. Like, it's so much peace of mind, you guys, so much peace of mind. So I think that those messages are really important too. And then the rest of them are just kind of those check-in ones, day before, whatever else. So I want to show you, all right. All right, so let me do my little screen share thing here. Okay, so we are going to hop onto Facebook here. So let's see here. Go to my home. So I know that some of you have learned this. I know that some of you have not. I wanted you guys to see it again because it's pretty freaking sweet. So I'm gonna, in Facebook, when you click on events, right? Click on create event. You're always doing a private event for your hostesses. This is a really fast way for y'all to do this. So you click upload video. This is the new Dropbox, by the way. So if you don't have it yet, you will be getting it. It's coming ASAP. You go into pictures, cover photos. For those of you that are not, I will post this verbiage. So I'm doing this Summer Lovin' picture right now because I love it. For event name, you are going to title this blank Pure Romance Party. Okay. For location, you're going to put TBA, which is to be announced. For your description, I go into the coaching scripts. You could also just write this out one time, right? That's totally fine. Oh, I don't have it on here. Please hold. Come on, computer, you can do it. And if you guys write it out one time, like I said, that's not a big deal too, because you're only going to do it once. So if you just need to write it, then just write it. But I'm going to copy it straight from the script here. I'm going to paste it in the description. Put in your information. And then you are going to set the date for this party in like a year from now. Okay, go way out. Make the time 6 p.m. because that's like the most common time that people book parties with you. And hit create private event. You guys will never have to copy and paste that description ever again. So here's your event. What this means is that when you're in like your regular Facebook, you can also do this from a phone. It's exactly the same. When you're in your regular Facebook and you're kind of hanging out and you're like, oh, I need to make Janet's Facebook party. Okay, let me go ahead and get that done real quick. You're going to type blank Pure Romance Party. I have a gazillion of them because I show people how to do it all the time when I don't delete them. Okay, here we have it, right? Blank Pure Romance Party. I'm going to click on it. This is your template forever and ever and ever. If you need to change the cover photo, just change it on your template in the fall to a fall cover and keep it like that for the next 3-4 months. This is important. You do not click the edit button. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. You do not click edit. You hit the little 3 dots. On your phone, it is the same. It's the little 3 dots, and you hit duplicate event. That's going to make you a copy. You're going to put in Janet's, where it says blank. You're going to put in her address. You're going to make sure if her party's at 6, just confirm that it says the show will start at 6:30, and then you are going to change the date to being her party date. So let's see here. We've got, let's do it on August 9th, 6 o'clock. Create private event. Done. There's Janet's Pure Romance Party. Finished. Took 2 minutes. Okay. So you need to hit duplicate. And then the best part is, okay, now it's time to make Shauna's Facebook party. You go back into your main Facebook. You search for blank Pure Romance Party again. There it is. You hit duplicate event again. And we're going to make it for Shauna. You're going to put in Shauna's address. You're going to double check the time. You're going to change the date. Boom, there's Shauna's party. Done. Took me another 30 seconds. That was 2 parties in 2 minutes, if that. You guys, this is like the best shortcut on the freaking planet. Okay, so duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Another thing that I do that I wanted to share with you guys, because I wanted this to be, oh, look at Brittany Vick. Look at how cute she looks. You guys, I'm going to just take this opportunity to showcase this as genius product marketing. Okay. She said, yes, rise and grind for the win. I've been going since 6 a.m. Party number 1 down, just applied rise and grind to give me energy for party number 2. She's not trying to sell it. She's not telling people to buy it, but she's showing that she uses it. It's fucking genius. All right. Sorry. I digress. So one of the things that I have that makes my hostess coaching really easy that is not in the new consultant training. If you're a newbie and you are struggling with everything else, then I wouldn't worry about this. If you are not tech savvy, do not freak out. I have a group, okay, a closed Facebook group just for my hostesses. It's literally called Lucy's Awesome Hostesses. It says best party ever, has my information on it. In here, there is a video. It's, how long is it? It's 2 minutes long. There is a place for my hostesses to drop like fun memes if they find one. And then there is an album with 52 photos in it called Posts, and an album with 12 photos in it called Bachelorette Party. Okay, that's it. That's the only thing in this group. So what I do is I actually ask my hostesses in my coaching, when I set up their Facebook event, I ask if they are willing to post in their Facebook event on a regular basis. Or I basically say, hey, I'm going to add you to my hostess group. In that hostess group is a whole bunch of fun stuff for you to post. Are you willing to do them? Question mark. They all say yes. So I go in here. I'm just going to add somebody to it. I add them, so you just click invite member. I tag them in the video because the video is actually going to tell them what to do. Okay, done. Let's see. Can I
really like today, Rudy?
What, babe?
I said, you really like me because I'm getting notifications all over the place.
I know. You're sorry. You're my first person. You're the one that's popping up. So here's the video, you guys, that's in this group.
Hi. Thank you so much for agreeing to do the post for your Pure Romance party. I'm so excited. We're going to have the best time. And when you post, it makes such a huge difference to your guest engagement, to the excitement of the party, but also to your attendance. So if you can post every single day, you will see way more women come to your party. And I know that sometimes gals are like, but my house won't hold 50 people. Never in my 12-year career with Pure Romance has anyone had all of the women that say yes show up, or all of the women that they invite show up. So we're shooting for 10 women if we can at your party. If you're not sure that you can hit that, let me know. I've got some tips for you, because it can also be your friend's friend. So that's our goal. That's what we're shooting for, so that you have the best possible time, your guests have the best possible time, but you also get spoiled with the most free stuff. It also builds excitement with your guests because they feel like you are invested. It kind of gives them that sense that they need to be there because look at what you've been doing. They know that you're stoked about the party, right? They can see it. And obviously it means more coming from you than it means coming from me, because they don't know me yet, right? They don't know who I am. I'm just the lady that decided to sell vibrators for a living. So when it's coming from you, it's really important. I also want you to know that if you get like no interaction on your posts, that's okay.
This part is important.
Because of the Facebook algorithms and their craziness, when you're posting, it actually is showing the event to more people because it doesn't think it's a spam event. When it's active, it's like, oh, okay, this is a real thing. That's also why we want as many women as possible to RSVP yes, which we'll talk about in your party planning. But when you're posting, people actually see the event so that they don't miss out. So even if you are getting 0 interaction, you'll notice as you keep posting regularly, you'll get more people RSVP yes, 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 even if they're saying nothing. So thank you for doing this. It'll make a huge, 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 huge difference. And everything is in an album. If you just scroll and see the comments below, you just pick and choose whatever you want. This is your event. And you just save to your phone, boom, post. It's easy. You guys can like legit do this from the bathroom. So thank you again. I can't wait to see you at your party. This is going to be amazing. We're going to.
Okay. So that's my video. So that's what they're getting tagged in. That's another huge piece of hostess coaching, right? I told her I want 10 women at her party. I told her that I want her to engage with her guests. I also made sure, this is important, you guys, no matter what you do, if you're asking your hostess to post, also for your own knowledge, especially if you're newer, if people do not comment on your posts, that's okay. Nobody comments on my stuff either. okay? Especially, this is gonna sound awful, the more like expensive or the more women buy at your parties, the less engagement I typically had on Facebook. And I know that this is gonna sound bad and this is a complete like stereotyping in my case. It is not always true. But the women at my parties that work for like the Port of Longview, that work for like my party yesterday afternoon, Port of Longview, one of them's married to the port commissioner. Another one works up at OHSU. She is one of the doctors, not the nurse, the doctor that reads x-ray tech, like x-rays. Another one was an attorney. Like, you guys, they don't give a fuck about dropping a GIF on a Facebook post. They have better shit to do, right? So I tell my hostess, don't worry about not getting engagement because I want her to keep posting. It's not about what people say. It's about the fact that people get the notifications. And I specifically say, you'll notice that you get more RSVPs. What do you guys think one of the top things my hostesses say to me? They go, oh my gosh, Lucy, thank you so much for telling me that the engagement didn't matter and to watch my RSVPs. I'm having so much fun because like every couple times that I post, I get 1 or 2 more women that say yes, just like you said that I would. So now they're actually focused on what matters too. If any of you want to be in this group, just send me, again, private message. I will add you to this group, no freaking problem. So I'm gonna go back to sharing the screen. I'm gonna close this out. I'm just gonna show you, if they go to photos and then albums, I just legit, I have 1 album for the posts and I have 1 album for bachelorette parties. You guys, a lot of these are in the ringleaders group. It's just pretty generic, kind of like this frickin' 5 love languages with the tacos, I just think is frickin' hilarious. I love this stupid meme. This is summer must-have, so it talks about some products. Here's a game, right? Name something you should never do naked. Party crashers welcome, so that's something that they could pull. Another fun meme, like a hump day post. May your coffee, intuition, and pelvic floor be strong. Another game, another meme. Like, it's just a whole, another product picture. I mean, you know, it's not stupid wine memes. Frickin' women love wine memes. Here's the cool thing is that when you give them like 50 things to post, it also gives them ideas of what else they could go and find. So I don't care whether they use these or not. That's why there's only 50 of them. I mean, I could have put 550 in here, but that would be overwhelming, right? I just wanted to be able to find a couple things and post them. And then I do have the bachelorette specific album because I do think that it's more fun if they can put in, you know, some of the fun, like wedding oriented memes, like the woman that's doing the party for the bachelorette. Like this one freaking cracks me up. Daughter, what is marriage? Mom, marriage is just a fancy word for adopting an overgrown man-child whose parents no longer want him. Like, that's funny, right? Like, I love that shit. So this is my hostess group. So that is something that I do, just that's a little bit, that it's a little bit different from kind of what we train on. So I wanted you guys to have some insight on kind of what else I do. The only other thing that I do differently, this is going to be a time thing. I actually polled. Here's the other advantage of having a hostess group. I do not remove them from this hostess group. So I have 113 members in here. Where do you guys think I go when I need to book another party? It's basically a giant leads list of women that have wanted to do parties with me before. Whether they held or not, I know that those 113 women were interested in having a party. That's kind of cool. Like, it's a cool way of saving their information. I polled them in this group. I said, question, drop an answer for a chance to win a free full-size bestseller. I appreciate your insight. Hostesses are such a big part of my parties, but I know as the hostess, you want a successful party too. So I'm curious, would you prefer a short contact every 3 to 4 days with one easy task to do, or a once a week contact that's a little bit longer with a few things to do to get ready for your party. Do you guys have a guess on which one they preferred? If you think they wanted the short ones, raise one finger. If you think that they wanted just once a week, raise two fingers. What do you guys think? You guys want to know the answer? They would rather hear from you every like 3 to 5 days with one thing. Here's why. Because they're busy. So when, and so here, I'll tell you, you guys, our hostess coaching script is based on number 2. It is based on once a week contact, and we're trying to get as much shit in there as we possibly can, right? So here's what I'm going to tell you right now. I did this script for years. It is super effective. It is super efficient. And the women that do it, you are going to have really great parties with, okay? If you have the time, if you are good at following your planner to know when you need to do posts, you can split some of these in half. So as an example, instead of here's your Facebook event, and I'm going to send you the save the date text in like 5 minutes, and you send them both at the same time. It would be the Facebook event, and then 3 days later, hey, you've invited a bunch of people to your event. Here's a save the date text to send out to all of those gals and anyone else that's off of Facebook. And then instead of the like 1 week, let's see here, instead of the 1 week the 4 week PM, it actually says, hey, your event's looking great, keep posting, blah, 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 blah. And then it tells them to keep an eye out for their hostess packet. So that would then become 2 messages. One would be, hey, keep posting, you're doing great. Remember, engagement doesn't matter. And then 3 days later, it's, hey, watch the mail. You're going to get something fun from me. Make sure to read that over. Super excited. It's really fun, right? And then 4 days later, it might be, hey, do you need to invite more people to your party? Or you need to invite more people to your party. Go through and do another wave of invites. So you're literally breaking them down into one chunk tasks, okay? Now, like I said, this is not necessarily something, depending on where you're at. We've got all kinds of girls on this call. We've got girls with massive experience on this call. We've got gals who are brand new on this call. So again, do what works for you. If it is overwhelming, your priority, if it is overwhelming, is to do these tasks, follow the script. Here's the other thing, the other reason why that's important, you guys. It will create the experience and the habit so that you know how to change your hostess coaching in the future so that it's still effective, but it works better for you. If you don't have the experience, you don't know how to make it effective. That's how I knew to ask these girls, hey, would this work better? Is because I was starting to have that experience with people where I would notice that they would do one of the 2 things, but they wouldn't do them both, right? Or whatever. So, the last thing is text replacements. If you guys have the ability to do text replacements on your phone, you need to do it. I don't know how many times I need to talk about it before people actually get it done, but you need to do it. If you have an iPhone, that is the easiest one to set up. You can also set it up on your tablet. If they're synced, I believe that they sync together because you go into settings, general, keyboard, text shortcuts. Really simple. If you have an Android, you have to go into something so that your keyboard opens. You have a little settings button, hopefully. You hit the little settings button. You hit smart typing. And then you hit text shortcuts. Here's all of my shortcuts. So like as an example, the very first one, let's see, 2 week PM. That's my 2 week message to my hostesses. So here's what that looks like and why you need to do it, okay? Where it says enter message, I'm gonna type in my shortcut, which is 2WKPM. When I type in, oh, come on, you can do it, 2WKPM, do you see the middle? It says, hey, party is. I'm going to click on it or hit enter. There's my whole 2 week message. Done. So sending her this one message takes me 5 seconds once it's all set up. Not even 5 seconds. It literally takes like 1 second. That's part of why I was comfortable with setting them up to be every 3 or 4 days, because the task literally takes me 2 seconds. I don't edit these. I don't mess with these. I don't jack with these. I just 2-week PM 2, send. 2-week PM 1, 10, send. And you guys can code them however you want to. You guys, if the 2-week, 3-week, 4-week thing stresses you out, name them PM1, PM2, PM3, PM4, PM5, PM6. Who cares? Right? This is where you can keep the foundation of what's important, but make it work for you. Like, this is my tracker. My tracker looks a little different because, like I said, I do 2 messages a week. I also add them to that Facebook hostess group. So this is my reminder to add them to my Facebook group. That's it. It's basically the same sheet, same principle, just little tweaks to suit me and where I'm at in my business. Okay. Now for online parties, I know that we've been getting a ton of questions about online parties. Hostess coaching for online parties is just as important, if not more important, than for your in-home parties. For your online parties, you should still be sending them a thank you card, because you need your hostess to put in a shit ton of work for you to have a successful online party. If she is not engaged, your party will tank, period. Okay, period. So in my online parties, I actually think if you are doing an online-based business, you have to have this group for your hostesses. Okay, because you need her to post and engage a lot. And if she is not social media savvy, if she is not like good at dropping gifts and engaging in comments, then you need her to have somewhere where she can pull all of those things. Okay, so if you're focused on online, I would highly suggest that you have a hostess group, because otherwise she doesn't have, when you're like engage, she's like, I don't know with what, right? With what? So, so that's important. The other thing is that do your same hostess coaching. Obviously, the time frame might be a little bit different. Instead of invite, you're going to talk about sharing. I do not do my online parties in an event. I do them in a group. Facebook algorithms are favoring groups again because people have to request to join. So for a while, the algorithms on groups dropped and the event algorithm went up. Now the event algorithm is kind of plateaued and the group algorithm is going up. But here's what's important. If you are doing a group, you tell your hostess and you make it perfectly clear, we are not going to add one single person to this group. And they're like, what? And you tell them, you are going to send a message, copy and paste to each of your friends, telling them that you're doing an online pure romance party and asking if they would like the link to check it out. And then you're going to share the link to the group so that they can ask to join. What that means is that your group will get top priority with notifications, because every single 100% of the people in there said that they wanted to be in there. Okay? It is a game changer. Here's the deal. I would rather have a group with 20 women on it that said that they wanted to shop, because that is 20 solid leads for me, even if they don't order. I am going to friend request them all. After the party is over, I'm going to put all of them, right? I'm going to ask all of them to join my VIP group. That is 20 solid women. That's how I know where to spend my time. Versus an event where you have 100 women invited, you have 10 freaking maybes, you have 30 that say yes, then you have 2 that hop on the video or watch or engage at all, right? I would rather have 30 women in a group that said that they wanted to be there, that are seeing the notifications. Also, I hostess coach for my online parties maybe about 2 weeks ahead of time. where I'm kind of just talking about it, like start thinking about your lists, start thinking about groups where you can get it in. But I'm really doing it kind of the week before. I'm like, hey, are you ready? I'm going to need you to go live in this event. So start thinking about something that you might want to talk about. I'm going to need you to engage. Does the date still work for you? Because this event is only going to be up for a couple days. Do those few days work for you to be on and engaging and doing your thing? And if she's like, no, then you move it. You change it. My Facebook parties are up before the party for 3 days. Day 1 is her like a mad woman, sharing the link, going crazy, getting people to add themselves, posting some fun games, talking about really briefly what pure romance is. The second day, fun games, still adding people, still sharing it. The third day, today is party day. So if you're doing individual product videos, you would post your individual product videos on day 3. If you want to do a live party, you would do your live party on day 3. My cover, I like to do them live for right now. That's what I'm doing anyway. I've also done the product videos. Those work great too. I just need to remake mine, so I don't have time for that project. My cover photo says, join us live at 6 p.m. Thursday, Thursday. So it tells them in the cover photo when we're going live. The event name says, Stacy's Epic Pure Romance Online Extravaganza, live at Friday at 6 p.m. It's long, but I don't care because it gives them the information that they need. I do ask my hostesses to go live in my online party and talk about their favorite products. I ask her to do that on day 2. So day 1 is just get in the group, have some fun, let's play some games. Day 2, let's have some fun, let's play some games. If you want to drop some product stuff, you can. Some pre-teasers. Have her go live on that day 2. You're going to go live on that day 3. Now, the group doesn't go anywhere, right? Because day 4, day 5, I am encouraging them. If you haven't watched the live, this is it. We're going to wrap up on Friday, or we're going to wrap up on Sunday at 1. Check out the live. I drop pictures. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. I drop pictures of each catalog page. Come on, Facebook, you can do it. So instead of the link to the catalog, what I did was I literally have pictures. Oops, wrong way. I have pictures of the catalog. So for them to browse the catalog, all they have to do is just click through the pictures on this post. So it makes it really easy for them to shop through this way. Okay. Let's see. So you guys can kind of see, I had a stupid how to landscape properly meme. This was my, good morning, it's party day. I introduced myself, dropped the catalog, played another game, donut or done it. Oh my God, posted this stupid Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber book because it's freaking hilarious. If you guys have not seen this, you need to Google this book. It is the funniest thing that I have ever seen in my entire freaking life. So I post that dumb book. I ask what's their favorite product. I drop a picture that says how it works. So this is the 30 minutes. So I'm so excited. We're getting started with this party in 30 minutes, ladies. Are you with us right now? Drop a selfie for another ticket to a door prize. Grab your drinks, your snacks, get comfortable. Some of you might still be at work. Some of you might be curled up in PJs. Some of us might still be in PJs. So let's do this. I will go live at 3:30. You guys, I did this in the afternoon on a weekday. I will go live at 3:30 Pacific time and share all the Pure Romance goods. I will post deals and take your orders directly. More deets to come after the live. So join us here on this event page in 30 minutes. You guys need your hostesses. This is where you're going to ask them, hey, 15 minutes before the party, could you post a picture of you with a product that's kind of fun? And just say, I can't wait to have you guys on here. So you're telling your hostess specifically, go live, post a picture 15 minutes before with your favorite products. And I'm working on creating a script, you guys, for this. It's just not there yet. So I'm just kind of trying to tell you what I do for my hostess coaching. my hostess actually made this for me. That's not something that you can get them to do. But that was a really awful screenshot of the live video that she got for me. And then she hashtagged it with Bentley's for all. So you can, however, ask your hostess, especially if she's younger, if she's a millennial, or if she's in the direct sales business herself, have her come up with a hashtag from the live on a product that she loves. It could be hashtag bitch be gone. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, we had so much fun at the live, hashtag bitch be gone. It could be, oh my gosh, you guys, we had so much fun at the live, hashtag foreplay in a bottle. It could be hashtag little black dress. And they're like, what is that? And I don't know, you might call the main attraction the little black dress. Ask her to come up with a hashtag and share it. So really specific. And then I do post products of some of the top selling products, like Cocoa Glow, like, hey, don't forget about these top sellers. And then, yeah, I do offer my party exclusives for my online parties, because why not? So this is a graphic representation of my party exclusives. I did simplify these because it is online. I'm not at a party. I can't necessarily walk them through it. So it's just pick 9 products plus your toy. It is exactly the same picture as my party exclusives from at the party. I do still do the buy, oh, that's not true. For the body products, I make it buy 5, get the 6th one for free for my online parties. Okay, so I post a picture of that so that they have it. I still offer a VIP program, but you'll notice the VIP levels are actually a little bit higher for my online parties. So that's getting posted. So I'm still doing, you guys, and then my live is my party. Like, the only thing that I'm doing differently is I'm really hitting my hostess up for engagement. And you've got to make, I genuinely believe, successful online parties, at least the lead up to your party, 2-3 days max. These need to be fast. Women do not want to get blown up for the next fucking month. The other thing, it is an online party. They don't need 3 weeks notice to put it in their calendar, because I don't give a crap as long as they watch it when they watch it. Right? If they can join you live, see, there's an example of my cover photo. Summer Lovin' live with Lucy, 3:30 PST on 5/22. So they know exactly when that live video is. So this is, yeah, this was my $17,500 online party, by the way. Not fancy, not, you know what I mean? People are like, wait, that's it? And I'm like, yep, that's it. But my hostesses did a lot of work behind the scenes. So they didn't add anybody. They shared their link in other groups. Like, they were in mommy groups. They were in LuLaRoe groups. They shared that link. She's like, I might get in trouble, but I don't give a crap. I am sharing it. If they tell me to take it down, I will take it down. So for your online parties, those are the tips that I have for you guys on effectively hostess coaching those. It's fast. Fast, fast, fast. So you might send, like, those gals that I was doing an online party with, I was in touch with maybe 3 or 4 times a day while the party was going, right? Saying, hey, that was awesome. Thanks for commenting on that. Hey girl, can you hop onto your live real quick? And can you like everybody's comments and just drop a GIF in response or say something in response? Let's get those algorithms up. Hey babe, can you take a second? Can you tag people that you know were interested that you haven't seen participate in the group, like, at all? Hey babe, go ahead and share the group on your event one or on your personal wall one more time and tell them that we went, you know, that the party dropped and we're live. So you really need to ask her for exactly what you want, and what you want is things that are going to increase your algorithms. So that's how I do that. We are working on, like I said, the script and everything else. We're just trying to get through the new consultant training video, getting you guys Dropbox, getting through national training, and then it's on the list. So I am going to unmute you guys all, and then how do I unmute everybody? I can't remember. So if you guys have questions, you can go ahead and you can unmute yourself if you want to. I'm going to open it up for hostess coaching Q&A.
Did you do Do you have a separate group for your online hostesses as far as your hostess groups?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
How would that be slightly different? Like, what are some of the things that you would do in that to change it and make it different?
I'm going to have slightly less. I don't have as much in there because we're only live for like 3 days.
Right.
I don't want her to, because God, if you get someone that's overzealous and they drop 50 fucking memes in your event in 2 days,
yeah,
that would suck. So there's less in there. There also more. There's more like product. I want her to drop more of the product type things.
Now, do you do like a picture of the products or like the actual descriptions?
Things more like the like that stupid, it's a coochie post that says how to properly ladyscape. It's like get ready, lather up, add your favorite shaving cream. It's got a picture of coochie, grab a good razor, stretch skin, finish her up. It's got a picture of skin therapy.
Okay.
So that's the type of thing that she can post where it's fun and it's funny, but it's also plugging my products.
Right. And then would you in the group go ahead and post more of like the actual descriptions?
I didn't post any. I just did a live.
That's what you did? You didn't, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just went live.
Okay.
What I did do was after my live, let me see if I can find it. I did after my live do a where is it? Last day to order. I did do one for the all-inclusive where, because I found like 5 of them. So I just did my 1-minute product video on what all-inclusive was.
Okay. So you didn't do like any product videos, you just did the live?
Yeah, correct. I did one product video on how to clean your makeup brushes, but I actually did that after the party.
Nice.
Then I had a few girls that kept asking me questions about like the differences. So I actually had a few product videos. Here, I guess I should be sharing the screen. So I had a couple product videos about like main attraction, standing ovation, and trance.
Okay.
So I just said, also to this hostess, they love their Bentleys. That means Euphoria. So they were legit, like, you guys, if you don't buy a Bentley, don't even fucking bother. So I felt the need to kind of be like, you can still bother, right? Like,
there's other things if you can't do that.
Yeah. So this would also kind of be based on how you felt like your party was sort of going and based on the orders that were coming in, the kind of trend. Like if you felt like you weren't getting any toy orders because people were like, toys are too expensive, you could drop in a couple quick 1-minute videos on toys that are not as expensive, right? Like I really try to read my group. So this one says, I know we've been all about that Bentley and they're the best of the best, but I wanted to drop a few other solid options too, just in case. These are great toys. So if you aren't ready for a Bentley, here's some options, or just ask me for recommendation based on the Bentley style that you liked best. So I'm basically kind of saying, you know, you guys can do that. And then you still have time to watch the live. I'm excited to hook Becca and Janet up with 10% of the party sales and free stuff. Link to, oh yeah, this was when I was tired.
I love that book. It's amazing.
Yeah, so I said I'm dragging my ass to bed. Okay, so here was a product picture. So like a Cocoa Glow Premium Tanner. I did the most popular toys so far. So this was where I dropped some pictures.
Okay.
There's no prices on anything. And then I said some of the most popular items so far. So I dropped Cocoa Glow Basic Instinct Firming Cream. So this was kind of where I put in like the firming. That's my bet. So I dropped in the firming cream results. And I think I usually make a joke about like, which one's my ass? I was trying to get rid of Revive. So I included that. Bang Bang, Coochie, Creme Lube. So I just dropped a couple product pictures. There's my live. So you guys, my live had 361 comments. It was seen by 95 people.
Dang, how long was it?
I went against every single thing that everybody ever says ever. It was an hour and 45 minutes.
Nice.
Yep. Because
my only successful online party was about an hour and a half.
Yep.
But I just happen to have that many people with me.
I did my party. Here's the cool thing, you guys, it was viewed by 95 people. There was only 110 members in this group.
Damn.
That's why you do not add anyone to this group.
Right.
Okay, because that's where your algorithms explode. I went live like the day before to talk about doing some, or actually this was afterwards. I did some giveaways.
How did you do your giveaways?
Oh God, I don't know. I just went in, I think from people that ordered. I just pick people. You guys just pick some people and give them some shit. I know that sounds awful, but I'm like, I ain't got time.
Well, like what kind of games, I guess, did you play for the giveaways, or did you not even play one? You were just
I said that I would, let's see. I think that I entered everybody in that ordered. This was also abnormal though, because legit, like all of a sudden it was a $5,000 party. And then we were like, the hostess was like, can we get 10? And then when we hit 10, she's like, can we hit 15? So we started adding in some extra prizes to try to get those last few orders in.
right.
I did the VIP levels. I shared the package deals, told them to watch their inboxes. But you guys, this is where my hostesses were posting a lot too. Like they said, comment here with your favorite borderline inappropriate gift or GIF, you know, like.
Nice.
This was my hostesses live was 45 minutes long about their favorite products.
Oh my God.
So your hostess coaching for your online party is trying to get them to replicate this. Now they might not come close, but let's say you guys have a hostess that gets as like 10% as engaged as these guys do. That's still a $1,700 party.
Damn.
Right? So get your hostess engaged. There's my catalog sneak peek. Oh, so I forgot that I did this. I split the catalog sneak peek up. So this is all of the sexual health essentials.
Mm-hmm.
This is all of the Bentley pages. This is all of the bath and body products. So it's kind of, this is all of the massage, but these were posted like 5 minutes after each other. Oh God, my Facebook keeps doing this. Sorry. It keeps just going blank.
Oh no, I get it. Facebook screwed me like for a week and a half.
Yeah. So, but yeah, aside from my live and kind of like small pop-ins, I didn't really do the individual product videos unless I felt like, ooh, my live was really euphoria oriented and women are not buying cheap toys and I know that they want them. I need to supplement this somehow. So if you guys feel like people are only buying massage products or whatever, then go live about something else, right? Be like, why are so many people missing online stuff or body stuff or whatever? Like you can pick and choose what you emphasize after the party.
Okay.
Anybody else have questions?
I was gonna say, please ask her. I'll keep going.
Go ahead, Shauna.
So I'm more stuck at that point where I'm not getting engagement at all. Not necessarily just in the hostess event, because I've got her hostess event created. We do have people who have responded that are going, and some people that are maybes. So what I've done is I've asked her, I said, go ahead and go into the list of the people that you've invited, and those people that have seen it but have not responded or have not RSVP'd, go ahead and send them a text message and say, hey, you know, I noticed that you saw my invite. Can you just let me know whether you're going to be able to make it or not? So that way we have a good head count. But I feel like that kind of keeps her more engaged as well.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But the engagement inside the party is not anything at all.
Let me show you guys something. Here, how many people are going?
Right now I have 5.
Okay. How many people are invited? How many?
But I
couldn't hear you. How many? Oh my God. Can you like show me? There you go.
I have you on my headphones, so that might have been it. Can you hear it now?
Yeah, ish.
Okay. I had 20 people invited.
That's the problem.
And I told her that she said it was because she doesn't really have that many people on Facebook. So I sent her, remember that save date that we did when I was at your house? I sent her that and I said, send that to everybody that you know.
Yeah, so here's But here's Shauna where I need you to not worry about it. Because if she's inviting a bunch of people that she doesn't have on Facebook, you're not going to see those people.
Right.
Like, period, right? If she only has 20 people invited, 5 attending is actually really good. So, like, here's an example, you guys. Let's see, share. We had 10 going. We had 14 maybes. This was my $2,400 trailer park party last night. No engagement with anything. Nobody posted. Nobody commented. Nobody liked anything. Nope. Like, her mom played the game. We had 4 people. One of them was me. One of them was one of them was a dude. And I don't know how he was even in there. And she was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, there was no engagement here. But she did what she needed to do. That's all that I care about. Okay? Facebook is not an indicator of success, and it never will be. Period. Okay? It is literally just so that those 10 women remember. Maybe, hopefully, some of them come, you know, Danielle was there, Dee Dee was there, Lita was there, Christina was there, Juniper was there, or so Rose was there, Desiree was there, Jacqueline was there, Hannah was there, Sarah East placed an outside order because I know her, and Joyce was there. So out of all of her yeses and maybes, because they were seeing the event, they actually showed up. That's all that I want them to do. So don't stress the event. Now, with only 5 people going, but if she's saying that she's got more people coming, just keep asking, hey babe, I'm trying to keep track of your party. I know you've got 5 coming on Facebook. How many gals off Facebook do we have coming? Okay. And ask her about that, right? That way you know. If she's like, nobody yet, then yeah, there's maybe a problem. But if she's like, oh, I've got, you know, 5 gals from my work and 2 girls from wherever, those gals are coming too, all of a sudden that's 12 women. But your Facebook event's still gonna look like shit. Okay. 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 Cool. Okay. Any other questions? We got like 2 minutes here. Okay. Was that helpful?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Because I kind of wanted it to be, like I said, kind of hardcore hostess coaching, but also kind of the at the party, but then also outside of the party, how you get that engagement. And then kind of like I said, you know, Shauna, with you there, and like I said in the beginning, what's important and what isn't, right? What's important is on Facebook, you're upping your algorithms. Outside of Facebook, you're trying to get as many people as possible. On Facebook, like, you legit want 100 people invited. Like my party, I'm about to totally be busted. I didn't hostess coach her. Like, I did outside of the event. She's also a previous hostess, but I did not post in her event at all. So this was 19 people invited. We had 4 maybes. None of the maybes came. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 people that said yes on the event, including her. So she only had 3 on the event. We had 6 women there. This is her Facebook event. She says that I'm funny. This person can't come. She's not sure whether she can be there. She can't wait to see everybody today. This was my $2,700 party.
Damn.
Facebook matters, but it also doesn't matter. What I did do with her was all of the PMs and the coaching. What I forgot, I suck, you guys, at posting in their event. That's why I created the online hostess group. I just forgot to add her to it. So Facebook should not, cannot, will not be the end all be all. So as long as you're doing the rest of your coaching, here's the deal, you guys. Sometimes you're going to have parties with 5 people. Sometimes you're going to have $100 in sales. It happens, right? The hostess coaching is just trying to make sure that they don't cancel. My cancellation rate, when I hostess coach 100%, my cancellation rate is like 1 in every 12 parties, if that. So it's really low cancellation rate when I hostess coach. I'm going to let you guys go. If you need access to any of this stuff, please let me know, and I will pop you guys in wherever you go in. Okay? Have an awesome Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop.